I went up against Charizard EX, and it looked pretty good for me, but then at the end, I kind of lost.
Look at your face, Jason.
Oh my god, my placement!
Yep, that's me. Let's see how I got here.
Pokemon. If you're watching this video, chances are you've heard of Pokemon before at least once in your life. Whether from seeing things on the internet like, the Pokemon TCG situation is crazy, or maybe even seen YouTube videos like I attempted my first ever Pokemon Nuzlocke. Goated video, by the way. Or maybe you've even seen some questionable art of Pokemon on the internet. But we're not here to talk about that today. Today we're here to talk about my very first time ever playing in a Pokemon TCG tournament at my local card shop. Now, a question some of you watching this video may have is, what does TCG stand for? TCG stands for the card game. So when I'm talking about Pokemon TCG, what I'm really talking about is Pokemon the card game. Get it? A question some of you maybe experienced players in Pokemon TCG may be having for me is, what deck am I using? I don't actually have an answer to that right now. I put a YouTube community post as a poll to let my viewers, yes, you watching this, vote on which deck I use for this video. But whichever one's winning by the time I wake up tomorrow morning is the one I'm going to use for the video. So within the community of Pokemon TCG, there are these things called trade nights, which are typically hosted by a local card shop. And so what these events are for is for people who all like Pokemon, the community, to kind of get together, trade cards with each other, look at each other's collections, battle casually instead of like playing in a tournament, and just kind of get to meet people who have the same interests as you, that interest being Pokemon. I have never been to one of these myself, and because I'm playing in a Pokemon TCG tournament this weekend, it felt like a natural and kind of step in the right direction to go to a trade night beforehand. And let me tell you, it was a blast. Roll the clip. Okay, so we are now on our way to the trade night, and shout out to Martine's mom for making us burritos. There's Martine, he's driving. But yeah, see you guys at the trade night. Watch this super cool transition yet again. I did it again. So, funny story. I had the full intention of filming my experience at trade night and like filming me talking to people, and then it hit me. I'm scared to film in public, so this is all the footage I got of the trade night.
They're all like individual cards, and then it makes up a bigger one. Yeah.
I know the footage of trade night was really short, but here's the cards I got. First up, we have this Kingabit. I think that's how you say it. This one is a promo one, but I really liked it. I really liked the art, and I mess with samurais heavy, so it's pretty cool. I got a second one too. This one isn't a promo art. This one's like just a full art card. Third card that I got was this Espeon EX from Prismatic Evolutions. The third card, or the fourth card that I got, sorry, is this full art Terra Tyranitar EX. This last card that I got is absolutely my favorite of the entire night. Garchomp V Full Art. Garchomp is my #1 favorite Pokemon of all time. So I was really happy to find someone that had a full art Garchomp card. All in all, I would rate Trade Night 5 stars. If you really like Pokemon, even if you don't have cards or you're new to the Pokemon TCG, try and find one in your local area, you know? Tons of fun. Everyone there was super nice, so you don't have to be scared about, running into a jerk or something. And yeah, shout out to Next Level Gaming. That's where this was. And I'll see you guys tomorrow when we figure out what deck I'm using. Okay, it's tomorrow now. So looking at the results of the poll, which I have right here, with a 71% of the total votes, drumroll please. Okay, enough drumroll. The deck I will be using is Cynthia's Garchomp EX, which is actually super exciting because I haven't used it before. And so now basically I'm going to give you guys a quick rundown of how this deck works. So this deck revolves all around this card, Cynthia's Garchomp EX. But to get to Cynthia's Garchomp EX, we first start off with Cynthia's Gibble, which then evolves into Cynthia's Gabite. Using the ability on this card, Champion's Call, we get a look through our deck for other Cynthia's Pokemon, that being any Pokemon with the name Cynthia's in front of it. Using this ability, we can find things like other Cynthia's Garchomp EXs. But what we want to look for is Cynthia's Rosalia, as well as Cynthia's Roserade. This evolves into this, which then, having this ability on Cynthia's Roserade, makes Garchomp stronger, and that's how we plan to knock out our opponent's Pokemon. Now, for those of you who are curious about what exactly the amount of cards I'm using of each type, this bit of the video is for you. So if you don't want to see this, skip ahead to this timestamp. But anyways, 4 Cynthia's Gible, 4 Cynthia's Gabite, 3 Cynthia's Garchomp EX, 3 Cynthia's Rosalia, 2 Cynthia's Roserade, 1 Cynthia's Spiritomb, 1 Shaman, 1 Monkey Dory. For the items, I will be using 4 Buddy Buddy Poffin, 3 Ultra Ball, 1 Counter Catcher, 1 Night Stretcher, 1 Earthen Vessel, 1 Super Rod, and 1 Rare Candy. For Pokemon tools, I will be using 2 Cynthia's Power Weight, 1 TM Evo, and 1 Power Glass. For stadiums, I will be using 2 Team Rocket's Watchtower and 1 Artisan. Now for the supporter cards of the deck, I will be running 4 Arven, 3 Iono, 2 Crispin, 2 Boss's Orders, and 1 Professor Turo Scenario. And lastly, for the energy, I'll be running 1 Grass, 2 Dark, and 7 Fighting type. Now that we know what deck I'm using, and we also know how the deck works, we have to do the next step and start testing it against other decks. But I don't have other decks to test it, and there's not more than one of me, so how am I supposed to test this? I'm glad you asked that. We are going to be using that TCG Live, which is literally just the card game, but online. And I get to basically, it's just a video game. I get to test it using a video game, but it's pretty cool, and it's actually really fun, because it's also just a card game. But here's the first match I played of the day, and I didn't record the other ones. So, enjoy! Okay. Gible, good start. Rosalia, great start. Remember, we need to get Gabite here after 1 turn so we can get Roserade, and so we can set up our bench. Oh, he's using Gardevoir EX because this Sprouts evolves into Gardevoir. Important to know your knowledge on Pokemon. And Buddy Buddy Poffin, watch, because this move, I'm calling a Gible and a second Roserade. I'm going to attach this TM Evo, and I'm going to evolve these 2. Done. And that takes up my attack for turn, but it's okay because I'm evolving these guys, and that helps set me up for next turn. Is there only 1 Roserade in the deck? Oh, one of them's prized. Okay, we're gonna grab this Garchomp. Could retreat. I think I'll do that, because I need to get rid of this Badoo. Draw cards. I need to finish this off. Put a second one on here just for overkill. And that's game. Okay, so it is tomorrow yet again, and today is the day of the tournament. So me and Martine are yet again driving. We're on our way to the local card shop. So as of like last night and this morning, I've played probably 7 games total of TCG Live with the Cynthia's Garchomp deck. I won 4 of them, lost 3 of them, so a little over half of the games I played I won. So I'm feeling decent about its matchups. Hopefully that like correlates here and I can not go negative. But yeah, so now all that's left for me is to lock in. So I'm probably just gonna put in my earbuds. What earbuds, you may ask? Shout out to Raycon earbuds. Please sponsor me. I use Raycon pretty much every day of my life. I love those things. I have the sports model, so they're like super high quality. I think they have like a 48-hour battery life. I basically never charge these things because I just make sure the case is charged, and I've never had an earbud die on me. Shout out to Raycon. Okay, so we made it to the card shop, and so tournament starts in like 20 minutes, but I bought some single cards. So I'm going to put these in my deck, and then me and Martine are probably going to play like a practice round. Me and Martine did not play a practice match, but hi, it's me, just after the tournament. Here's how the tournament went. So my first match was okay. It started off well. We rolled dice. I decided to go second, and then the third turn hit. You see that card right there being played by my opponent, Isaiah? Yeah, that's the brand new Yamega X, and guess what? It counters my entire deck. So I think you can guess how my first game went. Yeah, so safe to say I lost my first match, but I still had a ton of fun. Shout out to you, Isaiah. Your deck was super cool and unique, and I hope I can beat it one day. Now, my second match was a bit of a different story. I was up against a 7-year-old named Xavier, who was running Joltik Box, I think it's called. He used Joltik and Pikachu EX, and don't let age fool you. Even though he was 7, it's kind of embarrassing because he was cooking, and if my Garchomp was as tanky, I probably would have lost. Because that Pikachu EX is 300 damage, and for some reason you can't one-shot it, so then it can just keep attacking. It's whole thing. But I won the second match because my Garchomp was able to take a 300 damage hit. Shout out to you, Garchomp, love you. But yeah, second match I won. Shout out to you, Xavier. It was super fun playing against you, and I hope we can play again in the future. And that brings me to my third match. So my third match was a bit of ironic because I battled against my original deck. And if you remember, it was Charizard EX. So I'll let past me take it away on how that went. Okay, so my third match, I went up against Charizard EX, and it looked pretty good for me, but then at the end, I kind of lost.
Look at your face, Jason.
Oh my god, my placement! Did I really just place first at this tournament? Did those 7 games of TCG Live come in clutch? I got 6th! Yay! No, they didn't. But I still had tons of fun, and that should really be your focus and priority when playing Pokemon TCG. Shout out to you, Alex. You were my final opponent of the tournament, and we had the closest match, and I was literally on edge. So I hope we could battle again sometime, and this whole tournament was so much fun. And yeah, I even played a couple matches after with people because they wanted to battle against Garchomp. So, don't be afraid to try it sometime. Go out to your local card shop, try playing. You'll meet new people and make friends. Now, all in all, I'm so glad I did this. I had a ton of fun, and I'm totally down to do something like this again, whether it's just on my own time or for the channel as another YouTube video. Maybe we go back and actually try and get first. But yeah, if you enjoyed Pokemon TCG content from me, and if you want more of it, make sure to leave a like on this video. And while you're at it, maybe even subscribe and leave a comment. It supports the channel, it's completely free, and it lets me know what kind of content you guys want to see from me. But all that out of the way, let's get into the best part, which I was saving for last, of the Pokemon TCG, and open some packs. I'm really excited about this. I bought a Cynthia's Garchomp EX box, so we're going to unbox this and open the prize pack right now. Okay, so here's the Cynthia's Garchomp EX box. We have Destined Rivals, Paradox Rift, Paradox Rift, Paradox Rift. Before we get into the packs, I want to build this. The first pack we're going to open is this prize pack. Turn around. Rescue board. Power glass. Ooh, okay, that's good. Okie dokie. Night Stretcher. I'm going to use that. Ditto. Cool. Fire Energy. Let's do this. Paradox Rift. Electric. Wiggly. Jirachi. Noctis. Parasolina. Minior. Dondozo. Veluza. Tremendous. Mantike. Arkansas. Let's open second pack of Paradox Rift. Wiglet, Jirachi, Noctis, Porygon 2, Techno Radar, Steamy, Countercatcher, oh that's good, Slytherin, cool, X-Cloud, Groudon, Garchomp Paradox Rift Pack, Dark, Loudred, Remoraid, Pumpkaboo, Zubat, Amphibian, Snorlax Doll, Tinkaton, Tezzerot, Vampor, Golisopod. Last but not least, Destined Rivals. Give me Garchomp, Water, Rellor, Rattata, Team Rockets Neoman, Team Rockets Pandora, Team Rockets Muck, Steven's Mutane, Team Rockets Petrol, Dolliv, Team Rockets Factory. Oh, this is something. Oh. Ooh, Regirock EX. Okay. Looks like that's our only hit, but I will have it sleeved up and put it in the binder.